The rain had just stopped when Anna opened the front door that morning. The smell of wet earth filled the air, and a soft mist hung over the quiet street. She wasn't expecting anyone, but some strange instinctive pull made her look outside. And there he was. A large German shepherd stood at the edge of the porch, soaked from the rain, his fur dripping onto the doorstep. His eyes were fixed on her. But it wasn't his presence that made Anna's heart drop. It was his eye. One eye was dull and lifeless, scarred and clouded over, as if it had seen something no one else ever should. The other eye, however, shone with an unbearable mix of sadness and recognition. She froze, gripping the edge of the doorframe. She knew this dog. Before you go further, take a moment to like, comment, share, and subscribe to Pawsitive Tales if you believe in kindness, second chances, and the unspoken bond between humans and animals. This story will remind you why those things still matter. Anna's memories rushed back like a flood. 2 years ago, this very same dog, back then just a curious stray, had wandered into her life. She had named him Rex. He was timid, hungry, and worn down by life on the streets, but there was something gentle about his eyes, something that whispered of trust trying to be rebuilt. Over months, Rex had become her world, her silent companion through lonely dinners, quiet walks, and nights when anxiety kept her awake. He had this way of resting his head on her knee when she was lost in thought, grounding her without words. But then, one winter evening, he vanished. No warning, no sound, no trace. She had searched for weeks, plastered his picture across the neighborhood, and cried until there were no tears left. Eventually, she told herself he was gone, either taken in by someone else or lost forever to the world's cruelty. Now, standing at her door again after all this time, Rex looked different, stronger, older, scarred, but it was him. His right eye was swollen, the skin around it marked by an old injury, but there was something else in that gaze, almost human, as if the pain he carried was no longer just his own. Anna hesitated. Should she call him? Would he even remember her? Before she could move, Rex took a step forward and sat down, the same way he used to when waiting for his dinner. That single gesture shattered her composure. She knelt, whispering his name under her breath, and Rex's ears twitched. A soft, trembling sound escaped his throat, a half-whimper, half-sigh, and he lowered his head. The dog she once loved was finally home. Days passed before Rex began to act like himself again. Anna noticed how he startled at sudden noises, how his sleep was filled with restless growls and flinches, and how he would sometimes stand by the window at night, staring out as if searching for something or someone. It was as though he'd brought ghosts back with him. But his injured eye told an even deeper story. The vet confirmed that Rex had been in some sort of fight, a severe one, and that his eye injury wasn't natural. It was the kind that came from abuse. Anna's stomach twisted. Who could hurt a creature like him? She wished she could ask him, could somehow know the road he had walked to return to her doorstep. Slowly, she began piecing his soul back together. She spoke to him softly every day, even when he didn't respond. She cooked meals with extra care, leaving small pieces aside for him, just the way she used to. She played the same old song that once made him wag his tail, hoping to reach some memory still hiding inside him. And one evening, as the sun dipped behind the horizon, it finally happened. The song played from her small speaker, and Rex, limping slightly, walked over and rested his head on her lap. That familiar warmth spread through her chest. He remembered. He had never forgotten. Over the following weeks, Anna noticed something strange yet profound. Rex began reacting protectively whenever she left the house, standing by the door, watching until she disappeared from sight. One day, while walking down the same road where he had first vanished years ago, a man from the neighborhood approached her. He looked hesitant, almost guilty. "That dog, is he yours?" Anna nodded cautiously. The man's face paled. "He saved a child last year," he whispered. "There was an accident by the river. The dog jumped in, pulled the boy out, but the current was strong. He got hurt bad. Lost his eye." Anna's breath caught in her throat. The image of Rex fighting against the cold current, risking everything to save a life, hit her like a wave. That explained the injury. That explained his haunted gaze. Rex hadn't just survived, he had become someone's hero. And somehow, after all that, he had still found his way back home. That night, Anna couldn't stop crying. Not out of sadness, but gratitude. Rex's return wasn't a coincidence. It was as if life itself had circled back to remind her that love, real love, always finds its way home, no matter how lost or broken it becomes. She sat by his side, stroking his fur, whispering that he was safe now, that he would never be alone again. Rex looked up at her with that one shining eye, full of quiet forgiveness and strength. And in that moment, she understood something she never had before. Sometimes the most broken souls are the ones who teach us how to heal. Months later, Rex became a therapy dog. Together, Anna and Rex visited hospitals and shelters, offering comfort to people who had lost hope. His missing eye, once a mark of suffering, now became a symbol of resilience. Children loved him. Adults found peace in his presence. Everywhere they went, hearts softened. And every time someone asked about his story, Anna would smile faintly and say, "He found his way back when I needed him most." If this story touched your heart, please take a moment to like, share, and subscribe to Pawsitive Tales. Your support helps us spread real stories of love, courage, and second chances that the world needs to hear. Special request. In the comments, share your own story or the name of an animal that changed your life. Let's fill this space with love, one story at a time.